One time for the city. Yeah, same aura as before. The smoke got blowing orange laws, meaning you pursue at your own cause. Last of a breed to do it how we was taught. Gods in the rafters covering you and yours. Gather round. Infamous enough where they havoc will do you proud. If you're not cut from it, it get harder to breathe it.
We good? Oh, we are good. We good. What up, y'all? As I'm bringing us into this play-by-play, the New York Knicks trailing by 2 points. Sacramento Kings striking first, a bonus to Russell Westbrook. Westbrook for 3, and that is the way that this broadcast is going to begin. Hope everybody is good on it. Why are we all hello. There we go. Let's go right there. Hope everybody's good on this fine Tuesday as Mikal Bridges strikes back for the New York Knicks. Sorry for the abrupt beginning, but we are here and we are live for another Knicks play-by-play. The scoreboard is refreshing, and we should be good. DeMar DeRozan, no good. Rebounded by Karl-Anthony Towns. A day full of Knicks rumors, Knicks news, Knicks all of the above. We'll talk about that as the broadcast goes on. But right now, OG Anunoby stumbles, bumbles, loses the ball to Precious Achiuwa, who gave us the work the last time we played the Sacramento Kings. Knicks, I can't believe I'm saying this. The Knicks looking to get their lick back after getting beat by the Kings the last time out, this time in the Garden. And again, they were without that guy in Domantas Sabonis. Euro step up pretty, mate, from Mikal Bridges, trying to block out the noise with all of the trade rumors around his name. And, well, that guy as well who watched the defense slip on by. Karl-Anthony Towns letting Sabonis get an easy dunk off of the baseline. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to you guys over on Twitch. Shout out to you guys here on YouTube. I'm going to get the chat together as Brunson misses his first shot, rebounded by Carl, and Carl puts it right back. Knicks looking to respond. Yeah, this is not a game that we can flounder. We took out the Philadelphia 76ers in a commanding, well, not commanding fashion. We had a commanding third quarter, but in a very solid style of play. We saw the defense poke its head in that game. We saw offense show up a little bit there. Bridges moving and hits a corner three. He's had enough of the talk around his name and the trade notifications, and he's looking to get himself going. A quick 7 points to be exact, with a 3-ball up and down to respond. I think that was Keegan Murray. No, that was what's his face. I'll get back to it. Bridges slipping and falling, goes right to the rim, shoots a fadeaway jumper, falls out of bounds, rebounded by Carl. An unorthodox looking shot right back into his hands. Hart fires the 3. Hart no good, rebounded by the Kings. I gotta do the housework. I gotta say what's good to everybody in the chat, man. I haven't got an opportunity to say what's up to those in the chat. Shout out to my mods and members in the building. Missed that time for Sacramento. They're not giving me a chance to say what's up. The action is back and forth. Carl back over to Brunson, leaving Brunson open in the corner. No good. Rebounded by Sacramento. Yeah, mods and members, appreciate you. KG, I know you were here from the beginning. Russell Whiskey, you as well. Jacob Ball, I see you. Marcus Miller, Ties, Chef Curtis West, Russell Westbrook.
Nice shot.
Air ball 3 from the corner. Nostalgic Nick, I see you, brother. Wisdom was good, man. OG gets over to Brunson. That ball is moving around. Extra pass. 3-ball for Carl. And will we see big games from Carl and Mikal Bridges here today to quell the noise? Or in some people's minds, help the trade machine, depending on which side you are. We're going to talk more about all those rumors here in a little bit as OG Anunoby gets baited into a foul. DeMar DeRozan, a mid-ranger. Now he goes to the free throw line. Really good at running things in the mid-range. But shout out to everybody, man. I see you, Jen. Jen's the Groot says Mikal is back. RGT said, why can't the offense always move like this? Because I'm telling you, it's because it's January, bro. I understand, the frustration of this month, but, the Knicks need to get themselves some motivation because it has been very ugly, and hopefully as we turn things around, we'll be good. CK2K, you've worn glasses before? These are my screeners. I work in front of screens all the time, so these are my not Blu-ray, but blue light blockers. So I just had them on because I was editing right before this, so I forgot they were even on. But no, luckily we still 2020 over here for now at my young old age. Karl-Anthony Towns backing down. Russell Westbrook trying to.
Tragic.
Sacramento going the other way. Precious Achiuwa off of the contact. He gets the fast break layup to fall, and the Knicks trail by 4 points now. Jalen Brunson goes up the other side. Twitch, I did not forget y'all. This game is not giving me a dead spot. And right there we got an off-the-ball foul. I think it's going to be on Westbrook. But Twitch, what's good? Twitch is popping. Look at you guys. B-Mills, Magic, D-Money, SZM, Frankie, Above the Rim, Monty LLC. What's good, y'all? Hope everybody's good. MH is here. Shout out to you guys over on Twitch. I'm not ignoring you. It's just the Knicks have been nonstop. Brunson with the fake. Brunson with the Euro. Brunson with the floater. No good. Rebounded by Sabonis. Can't wait until February 5th, 12:01 p.m. Pacific. All these trade rumors can stop. Hey, man, I'm right there with you. It's just a lot of nonsense. I'm not really buying into a lot of them. I know Knicks fans are having a blast today with all the rumors centered around our team. OG Anunoby firing the corner 3, continue where he left off in his game against Philadelphia. Remember, Philadelphia, OG found his shot while Mikal Bridges looked like he got shot. Couldn't buy a basket, was hobbling around, did not look good, but today Mikal looking a lot better, but it's nice to see OG also. Carl gets a steal, Bridges full head of steam, and he dunks on it for the haters. Fast break dunk, checking to see if his nose is bleeding, and the haters are hating the emoting. They're hating the emoting, the Fortnite style emotes from Mikal, but nice start here from Mikal. Russell Westbrook upset. He clapped his hands at the technical foul ref. Gucci Mane ref, get him. Trailer, Carl thought about it, fakes it, goes right around. Nice pass to OG. OG puts the ball on the ground, goes up for the 2, and look at the Knicks thriving here after a slow start against Sacramento. The Knicks, in what was a high-octane, fast-paced, 6 minutes of play. We had 6 consecutive minutes of basketball, no timeouts being played. That was one of the, look, it is 7:50. Game started about literally like 10 minutes ago, and we're about halfway done through the first quarter. Fast-paced game, timeout called by Sacramento. And now I can finally say what's up to the chat. What's good, everybody over on Twitch, man? We better win this. We better get this win. No excuse today. Amen. Above the rim said everybody focus because of the rumors. February 1st is a big day. Amen. Professor CK. Yeah. I dropped the blue. I didn't even realize I had him on until I saw KG. I didn't realize it. D-Money was good. The Knicks Civil War, Carl Bucks now. February 1st. Yep. Yes, Mikal. Oh my God. Mikal can dunk. Good basketball. Demand a 10+ point win. Nothing less. I like the standards. Let me pop out the Twitch chat. Shout out to everybody over on Twitch. Let me catch back up over on YouTube. Yeah, my apologies for the late start today. But again, some other projects going on behind the scenes, so I was a little caught up with those. So my apologies, but we are here now. I'm locked in. Oh yeah, see YouTube not so what's it called? Positive. Good start for the Knicks, but first thing I see is break up the Nova girls. That ish ain't rolling no more. All right. He said that was fun. That's the real NBA. I completely agree, RGT. Referees did not exist. Basketball back and forth. Slow start for the Knicks. We get right back out of it in that run. Yeah, it was some good basketball to be watched for sure. Self-made rush, $5 super. Appreciate you, Nikita. Self-made rush got to say. Right, that's what I'm saying, bro. What up, bro?
I cannot believe Carl is getting stopped in the post by Westbrook. Has he worked on his body at all? In 10 years.
Yeah, self-made rush. I was going to try and act like that never happened. But yeah, saw it too. Can't believe it with my own eyes as well. Breaking news, Wisdom is currently driving to Milwaukee to pick up Giannis and bring him home. That's so funny. Can Jalen Brunson score? I'm fine with Jalen Brunson not scoring right now because the rest of the squad getting it done. Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby getting things started for the New York Knicks right now. Carl also with a 3-ball. So, Jalen Brunson going to get his. We ain't worried about that. But to see Mikal Bridges go 4 for 6 to start in this game when he went 3 for 16 in Philadelphia, need this turnaround game for Mikal Bridges and for the Knicks to get this ball rolling yet again. Down goes Bridges. Speaking of which, Sabonis with a bunch of pump fakes. No good. Good defense there from Yabusele. My eyes are deceiving me. Good help there from Robinson. Bridges almost gets the open court steal, and the Knicks right there swarming on defense. And I'll say it again, Yabusele, a part of the nonsense. What are we watching right now? People are inspired.
Oh my God.
3-ball from Russell Westbrook. That's no good. Rebounded by Mitchell Robinson. Carl needs to be calling for another jersey soon. CK chat is not changed their mind. They want Carl gone. Yabusele for 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Sabonis. I need at least 25 from Brunson. I'm sure this is better betting conversations here, talking about Brunson and his lack of points. Fro said, I mean, it's Philadelphia. What? Okay. All right, Fro. Hilarious. Look at Landry Shamet continue where he left off, and Shamet with the steal and the layup in the break. Knicks up by 5. I just realized that we ain't got the box score up. My fault, y'all. Hold on, chat. Hold on. My apologies, chat. There we go. Russell Westbrook finding the open man. Golly, misses everything. Rebounded by Mitchell Robinson. Knicks the other way. Lob pass to Bridges. Not a clean one. Gets it to Shamet. Shamet on the drive. Shamet again. Bumbling and stumbling were the New York Knicks there. They had too many open options. Didn't know what to do with themselves. And turn it over. Back on defense they go. Can't put that one on Yabu. Shamet threw it to the corner where Yabu was waiting on the top elbow. Here we go. 21-16. Drive and take. That's no good. Tipped out of bounds. And Keon Ellis, another name that has continued to be surrounded by the New York Knicks. I am ultimately convinced that Keon Ellis is just one of those projects that Mike Brown, that's Knicks ball. One of those projects that Mike Brown had discovered in his time with Sacramento. He did have his best season of his career, or at least the start of his career turn when Mike Brown was there coaching Keon Ellis and the Sacramento Kings. So something tells me that is a Mike Brown choice. He wants Keon Ellis. So of all the rumors, that one for me feels like it's going to be the most realistic one to go down. I think that we see ourselves as DeMar DeRozan makes a long 2. I thought it was a 3. I think Keon Ellis is going to be on his way, and we might have seen the end of our favorite white boy. I think it's very possible, as they are just not convinced on the backup point guard position. 3 ball is up, and look at the 3 ball go down for Jalen Brunson. But yeah, just for the mere fact that is a coach choice, it makes me feel more and more that the rumor, since it's been hovering around, that is possible if Jose Alvarado does not make his way to New York. DeMar DeRozan spin move, draws some contact, goes to the free throw line. Bridges picks up the foul, 20-24. Got the ties with the super. Take it away, Nikita.
Carl, go out and we back up. Leon, please, brah, I will shovel your driveway, big dog.
Ties wants him gone. Get him up out of here, he said. Frank said, if you're not going to play well, leave. Yes, we did. Did we do this in the 90s? Yes, we did. Sorry, it's Frank and Above the Rim, going back and forth with some conversations. We hate all of our players not named Brunson. Sometimes I can't stand our fan base. Above the Rim and Frank go back and forth. I'm going to let him go. That one goes down. Let Mitty run PG. I agree. I mean, we've seen that happen in multiple rotations previously. It's what was working in the first half of the season was Mikal Bridges off the bench. When the bench came in, excuse me, it's another 3-ball. When the bench came in, we saw Mikal Bridges run the point guard spot, at least with the ball, with that second unit, and it worked really well. But somewhere down the line, we went away from it because of the many guards that we have. Jalen Brunson slipping and sliding, gets back into position, backing down. Dennis Schroeder almost tips it away. Brunson draws contact. He can't get the shot to fall, but he will get free throws on the way. And Brunson, just like that, turning it on. And away we go for Jalen Brunson. That's what I'm saying. He ain't going to stay at 0 points for too long. The captain knows how to get to his spots and get his points. Brunson with the quick 6. He says social media has all these players crying to their therapist. Oh, boy. All right, KG. Not going to lie, as a supportive outsider, it feels like the team is not buying into Mike Brown anymore when they did at the beginning of the season. Yeah, that's the conversation that seems to be going around. Look, I've said it. I feel like the Knicks, and this is not a good reason, it's not a good excuse, but it just feels like the Knicks are just playing basketball in January, lack of motivation. They won the cup, so there's a bit of a lull after winning the cup as we get into, the All-Star break coming up, trade deadline coming up, and then once it's time to rev things back up for the playoffs, I fully expect this New York Knicks team to look a lot like we did last year on that run towards the playoffs where we start to heat up and we play a lot more congruently, but we'll see that start to turn around the trade deadline. I feel like that's the boring answer as to what's going on with the Knicks. I know people don't like that answer because everybody wants all the trades to go on, but I genuinely feel like that's what it is. But we'll see. Trade deadline coming up here in a few days, and we'll see if the Knicks going to be a part of it. I don't think we will, at least not the Giannis part of it, but we'll see. Anything is possible with all the rumors flying. OG Anunoby missing the 3. But yeah, that's my boring answer, and I think that's what it is, but it's not the sexy answer that, makes the headlines. But I feel like that's what it is, man. It's just that January ball. We won the cup, feeling good, taking a break, coasting for the month of January, and now we need to lock in. 29-23. Jalen Brunson picked up by Dennis Schroeder. He goes right after him on the baseline. Nice usage of the backboard, but too hard, and he misses it. Rebounded by DeMar DeRozan. Carl can't post up Westbrook, but yeah, Mike Brown. Facts. Dennis Schroeder, I hate his jump shot so much. Tipped out of bounds, next ball. The only player I want to trade is BBL Selly. Yeah. I mean, Carl's in that conversation, but I understand if we keep him. But yeah, BBL Selly, I need something in there that can actually work and give us something that actually helps off the bench, to be perfectly honest. So I'm with you on that. We'll see what happens, man. I like to joke with y'all. I like to have fun with y'all in the conversations. I just don't see the Knicks making that big of a move mid-season in a year where they were so sure that this team could make a playoff push. I don't see them doing it. I know that's not the answer you guys want to hear. I know the boos are in the chat. I don't see it happen, man. DeRozan just working Mikal. Mikal's not even in the game. Terrible take. CK, what if we trade for Dennis Schroeder? I'll cry. I will cry. I do not want Dennis Schroeder anywhere near my basketball team. Peace and love. I will cry. RGT, you and me both. I can't stand Dennis Schroeder, bro. I can't stand him. Looks like real life Frieza, bro. I'm good. BBL Selly and Daddy can go. Facts. If Cat gets traded for something decent, so be it. I like everyone else. Yep. RGT, I 1000% agree with that entire statement. That's where I'm at too. Am I opposed to moving Cat? If it means that we get something that makes sense, no, I'm not. But is Cat just offensive-minded Rudy Gobert? It's more than that. I don't know. He just very big for nothing. That's my issue with Cat, man. Like we can go down that rabbit hole another day. Y'all cooking Carl, rightfully so. Carl needs to be gone this trade season or in the off season. See, off season I find way more realistic. That's when a lot of contracts are going to be talked about. Giannis is on that contract year. There's a lot more. It makes more sense in the offseason. Knicks don't go on a deep run like we're supposed to. Carl is at fault for it. Bridges at fault for it. Yeah, I feel like offseason is when it makes, like when I would believe any of those rumors about, a possibly Giannis to Knicks stuff. That's when I believe it. But mid-season, when you really believe that this team was supposed to be the one to go all the way, I just don't see the GMs making that kind of a decision like that. Just said, will you cry live? Probably, bro. I don't want Dennis Schroeder on my basketball team, bro. Peace and love, bro. I don't want him, man. We got it. We got Dennis Schroeder in the fridge. A better version of Dennis Schroeder in the fridge. We got a guy named Deuce McBride. Dennis Schroeder cannot run point guard. He's offensive-minded, but he don't play defense. Give me everything Deuce does and save the Dennis Schroeder. I'm cool, bro. CK, let's trade everyone and build around Holiday, Kid Anime. I almost got so mad until I read who said that. Kid Anime, hilarious. Hilarious. Here we go. 23-29 Knicks with a minute 30 left, holding on to a 6-point lead against this lowly Sacramento Kings team. But Sacramento can say that they have beaten the New York Knicks this season. Knicks don't want to make it 2 times because we only see them 2 times. OG going right after Caldwell. He shoots the mid-range fader. A lot of contact. No foul called. Hey, here goes Sacramento going the other way. Schroeder cross court to Ellis. Ellis for 3. Ellis makes the 3. Yeah, Ellis. Something about the Ellis rumors that have just been around. That I feel like that he's gonna be a Knick, man. I think Kolek might be done. Just a hunch. If we don't make that move to get like an Alvarado and Missy over here, I think Keon Ellis is gonna be a Knick. That's my hunch. If there's a move by the Knicks, I think that's the move. I think that's my hunch. But we'll see. I'm keeping my eye on that one because that rumor just don't go away. Keon Ellis is so mid, not gonna lie. He's solid. It's just, we need other things than a Keon Ellis. I get the thought process. We need that guard off the bench and blah-bitty, but when I think of what this team needs, he is not the one I'm thinking about. Hot take, I trade Clarkson before I trade Daddy. That is a hot take. I'm keeping Clarkson before I keep Daddy. Peace and love to Daddy. We tried it. I'm done with the French experiments. Peace and love. We got Diawara. That is my my token to the French basketball. But enough. Enough is enough. We keep striking out in the France department. Alley-oop there. No good. Rebounded by the Knicks. Sorry, no box score. Let me fix that for you guys. 5'11" Alvarado. Great. Right. I agree. Oh, above the run. Let me see what you said. I ride with cat players, go through slumps. You're a damn superstar in the league. Who makes the most on a team and play lets just people walk to the basket? Yeah. See, I understand what both you guys are saying, but I don't know. It doesn't help that I've never really been a Carl fan, so like, it's hard for me to really defend. 34-26, 23 seconds left in the first quarter. The chats right now are booming with trade talks and possibility as the New York Knicks are up by 8 points. I knew that would be the center of conversations, at least for the next few games, as the deadline comes up soon. OG with a nice fake. Ball's moving around. Shaman almost turns it over. He goes right to the rim. He gets blocked. And Mitchell Robinson gets the dunk just in time. DeMar fires the moving three. That's no good. And the New York Knicks survive the first quarter. And with a 10-point lead, nonetheless, 36-26. Great turnaround for New York after starting the game slow. Mikal Bridges and Jalen Brunson leading the way for New York today. 10 for Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson. And 9 points off of 4 for 6 shooting for Mikal Bridges. Remember, Mikal Bridges, in the first 2.5 months of the NBA, was arguably one of the most efficient players in the league. He was top in the NBA in stocks. But again, after that cup win, we saw him fall off a cliff. OG Anunoby, too, comes back from an injury. Saw his stats fall off a cliff. Carl, he has had a rough season altogether. So rightfully so that there's all these trade talks surrounding these guys who are supposed to be dominant pieces of this team on a playoff championship run. So the question is, do the Knicks tough it out and hope that these guys turn around when it matters come playoff time? Or will they pull a trigger and get other names that are rumored to be around the Knicks? And that is what Knicks fans are waiting on around the NBA. Shout out to everybody in the chat, though, man. Appreciate the 270 in here. Let's have some fun today. Hopefully celebrating another Knicks victory, but we'll see. Edgar Allan Fro said, in reality, no trade. It's going to be a lot of minimal trades, Fro. I think there will be trades, but it's going to be those type of, like, Shams, did you need to report that kind of trade? I think there'll be trades. It's just, yeah, it ain't going to be anything big. It's going to be a big offseason, man. A lot's going down this offseason with this draft as strong as it is, with these aprons and some of these contracts that need to move, like the Jimmy Butlers of the world. And, you know, the Giannis situation. Are they going to go tank mode? Are they going to, like, there's a lot of decisions that need to be made. So I think this deadline might suffer, but the offseason could pick up. Offseason could pick up, but we'll see. CK, who would we even trade for Ellis? I'm not giving up first round pick for him either. It'd be like a Kolek and Daddier. It wouldn't be like a big haul to get Ellis, because Ellis isn't even like that marquee of a guy for the Sacramento Kings. Knicks can fleece them for something like that, maybe a second, but it wouldn't be a big haul to get Keon Ellis. Bridges just needs to get back to his form from the beginning of the season. Amen. That's it. Look, I like the sample size we got from Mikal in the playoffs last year. That's what I'm going to ride off of. If he looks like January Bridges in the playoffs, then that's when I'll hang up my duties as the president of the Hive. But I'm not swayed too much by what we saw here in January and December with Mikal, because I feel like we got more good with him rather than compared to what a lot of people online want to piggyback off one another and complain about. But again, with how rough he's looked lately, I understand the frustration. Karl Anthony Towns for 3, in and out, rebounded by Precious Achiuwa, who gave us the work last time we played Sacramento. 10-point lead. Dennis Schroeder off the screen. High pass to Precious. Precious able to make something out of nothing. Can't get the roll, and then can't get the rebound either. Precious pump fake and call to death. Misses it. Rebounded by Hart. Precious Achiuwa not looking quite like he did the first outing. And look at Josh Hart again, though. Rolls out and no good for the Knicks on the break. DeMar DeRozan posting up Deuce McBride. McBride tried to stay with him. I knew they were going to call that raggedy foul. And 1 for DeMar DeRozan. Free throw on the way. Foul on Deuce McBride. AD, Giannis, Butler, Kuminga all hurt. Makes trading them difficult. Illegal in 2K. Facts. Facts. What up, Rike? I would absolutely love trading Cat for Sabonis and DeRozan ASAP. pass, hard pass, hard pass. I do like Sabonis, but that ship sailed for me. I think Sabonis is a step down in comparison. Peace and love. Every time I hear Keon Ellis, all I think of is the head swivel play when Brunson caught him. Yes. Yes, yep. That video is on my timeline at least once a week, bro. Facts, yeah. Not a good look, right? I'm sure if he does end up becoming a Knick, you know Brunson and them Hart and all of them, they're going to give him a hard time about that play for sure. As they should. Marcus said he's still looking for Brunson. Josh Hart with the rock. Throws it right at Carl's shins. What was the play there from Hart? Turnover, lob pass, gets the bucket, and what a blunder by the New York Knicks there. What was Josh Hart trying to do? He got mad at Carl, but I don't even really know what Hart's idea was there. Back and forth, a fair foul called on Sacramento. Knicks still retain the ball. Yeah, interesting play there from Josh Hart, but here we go. Sabonis is not here. I like Sabonis. Don't get it twisted, but I feel like that's a trade down to turn Randall all the way into Sabonis. Yeah, I just don't think it's an equal comparison, in my opinion. I understand the like of Sabonis, but fadeaway jumping there from Deuce McBride. Love seeing Deuce score in the mid-range, especially on the low block. That's a nice pull. Look here, ladies and gentlemen. Look. Dennis Schroeder and then a better version of Dennis Schroeder. Get Dennis, keep him off my team. He draws a phantom foul right when I'm insulting him. Schroeder to the line for two. I'm sure Leon can find another wing. I'm willing to take that loss to be a better team. You think so, huh? I don't know. Draft analysis are saying that this draft is about 10, 15 players deep. Yeah, lottery gonna be cool this year. But yeah, late first, second round talent is cool, is okay. But that lottery this year, there's studs coming out the draft. Oh snap, CK, you got our hat on today. I need a good luck charm. 38-33. Free throws down there for Sacramento. Carl with a strong take. Why did he go under on the layup attempt? No good. Achua snatches it out of the air. Kings the other way. Schroeder looking for the screen. Gets the screen. Back out to DeMar. DeMar now picked up by Carl. DeMar likes what he's seeing. DeMar shoots the mid-ranger. And he gets fouled? DeMar just got gifted a foul from Carl, and I'm not entirely sure where the foul was. This is I forget. That's a new rule. The NBA loves that new rule. After the shot still counts as a shot, but I'm going to say ball, don't lie. I don't know how I feel about that, but it is what it is. It's what they said that they're calling this year. And I hate it every single time. K Knox in the G League. Crazy. Not really. What's crazy to me above the rim is the fact that he hasn't developed. Like, I really thought when he was with Golden State and we saw him have a few good moments, I thought that he was at least going to turn around and be a serviceable role player somewhere. But now he is making the same mistakes. Looks even slower. It's sad, man. I believed in that kid. OG Anunoby goes to the bucket. They're going to say he's charged. It's a charging foul against Dennis Schroeder or against OG as he runs over Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder up there with Jalen Brunson as one of the top charge drawers in the NBA. I think he's top 5 still. He could be out of it. Someone could fact check me on that. But he's up there with some of the best at drawing the charge. Every time I'm saying something about Dennis Schroeder, it sounds like I like Dennis Schroeder. I really do not like Dennis Schroeder. He gets on my nerves. And I guarantee you that he comes to the Knicks and he's going to stink. He just gives me Yabusele vibes. He can do all these cute things everywhere else he goes. He's going to come to the Knicks and be boo-boo. I can feel it. So keep him away. DeMar DeRozan back over to Schroeder. Schroeder finding the open man. Deuce McBride trying to get lost. Nice drive and take here, finding the open 3-ball. Mitchell Robinson responds really well, drawing a travel. Love it. He said, oh, okay, yeah, that was a foul. Wisdom agrees with the foul call there. Ain't nobody scared of Dennis Schroeder. He got a big forehead anyways. You better tell him, Daquan. Najee or Bay for me. Yeah, it sounds like Najee might be out of the question. He's playing a little too well. Speaking of too well, Josh Hart draws the foul there and one opportunity. Push the lead back up. Yeah, Najee Marshall seems like he's out of the picture now. They're asking for a little bit too much for him. They want to pick for Najee Marshall, and he played himself into that. So I think he might be out of the question. But Sadiq Bey, I still feel like is in play. I would love a combo of Sadiq Bey and Missy. I understand everybody wants Jose Alvarado. If you can get me Bey and Missy from New Orleans, I'd be happy with that haul. If you're flipping like a Yabu Sele, Pacome, and something else, I am 100% here for that kind of a move. 41-34, free throw down from Josh Hart. Schroeder, thump, LOL, heartbreaker. So did anyone find out why OG shrunk? Was he on the juice? I don't think OG shrunk. He looks just as buff as he once was. By the way, Bridges with the Rockies having himself a much better game here today, but we want to see him stay aggressive. Finds Deuce, who's double teamed. Deuce gets in the main range, almost slips and fall. Carl step back 3-ball, miss again. Hart right back out to Deuce. Deuce scared to shoot it, sidestep pull. That one no good again. 2 strong shots in a row. Schroeder pushing the pace. He finds the open 3-ball is up, in and out. Rebounded by Precious amongst 3 Knicks. Loses the ball out of bounds, and it's Knicks ball. Achua with a strong rebound between 3 different Knickerbockers, but can't do anything with it as he tried to escape. And it's out of bounds. Malik Monk, Zach LaVine, both out in this game. I thought they would be active in playing because you know how the Garden magically heals players, but not today. But Sabonis is back this time around. Bridges, nice lob pass to Carl. Carl, extra pass, and what a play there by the New York Knicks. Bridges putting the ball in the spot where Carl can only get it, and Carl with the extra pass to a cutting Mitchell Robinson. That's the kind of ball movement we saw in November, early December. Look at that play there. That is the stuff that Mike Brown had us believing we'd be seeing on a regular basis, and the Knicks still seem to be trying to figure that out. But when it works, it looks pretty. Knicks up 43-36. 7-point game. Big men moving. Like it. Nice pass by Townsy. That's a new one. That's a nickname, though. We counted that as a nickname, so we cannot allow it. No nicknames for Carl. No nicknames for Carl. He said, hee hee. The streak is killing Bridges. I'm seeing that narrative. I don't know. I think Chuck D, I like what he said a little bit better. And you can see he's pacing himself a little bit here in the middle part of the season. And I think that's a more realistic. I don't really see the streak really catching up to him. I don't see that take, but you know, it could be very possible. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I need the Magic Johnson for these nice Carl assists. So you'd get like one of those a game. That'd probably be as rare as the what the hells. The hee. I can get it though. I got 2 spots open on the in the Knicks folder. I can get it. Did he, Magic? Well, I got my editing music. Wait, are you being serious? Are you trolling me right now? Where? Magic, where? Oh, Oh, word? Okay, bet. Wonder if there's a freestyles if I can play him. I might play one on the closeout. We'll see. I need Magic. Yeah. CK, is Brunson on the bench? He is. Brunson had a good first quarter, but he is sitting as he normally does in the beginning of the second quarter. Leon really has me watching 2 seasons of Carl playing defense. Shaking my head. Chuck says, shout out to Chuck D in the chat, by the way. He says, getting rid of Cat is the dumbest ish ever. How can anyone play in a mess of a trade in this mess of trade rumors is stupidity. Good take. Bridges for Kawhi. Clippers will say no so fast. Actually, they might want to do it. Try to get them out of that financial nightmare. Keon Ellis out. Hart steps up for the defense. We're seeing Carl versus Precious Achiuwa round 2, and this time Precious not looking as clean as he did last time. Throws up some nonsense and gets it to fall. 43-38. What a shot by Achiuwa. And here go the Knicks going the other way. I think that was a turnover there, so it's going to be King's ball. Check his IG. It's on his site, apparently. Bet. I need Towns to hit these threes again, by the way. If he doesn't, it's going to become a real issue. Yeah, he has not been great. That's the thing. I feel like as a collective, for a team that's trying to shoot a lot more threes, we're seeing outside of Deuce McBride, what a steal by Mitchell Robinson. I'd say outside of Deuce McBride, a lot of those others good pass there to Hart. Hart gets the easy play. And look at the Knicks moving the ball. I can't even get my thought out. I was going to say outside of Deuce McBride and Hart, a lot of these other guys not shooting the 3 ball as well as you would expect. You know, OG's 3 ball percentage went down. Carl's went down. Bridges slightly goes down as well. Brunson even as well. I could be wrong. But again, technically it's still early. Josh Hart with the jump pass for no reason. Turns it over. Deuce looking at Josh like, slow down. Chill out. I was right there with you. Josh Hart jumping for that pass. There was no need on the jump. Beautiful touch pass there from Bridges to Hart, by the way. The Villanova connection continues. Speaking of Brunson, him and OG are about to check in. Yeah, I take back. I don't know how much Brunson's percentage did, but I know OG's, Carl's, Bridges all a little bit lower than they were last year from the 3-point line. Give Clarkson some burn. Me bomba. 45-38. Not a smart pass from Westbrook. Steal from Hart. Hart finding Deuce. They try it again. Bridges. Yeah, good old-fashioned making a move before you get the ball. That's 101.
Tragic.
You got to get the ball first. Bridges excited to get to the 3-point line, but doesn't corral the pass. Another turnover by New York. Hart and Carl go to the bench to sit down. OG and Brunson check into the game. 7-point lead for the New York Knicks. 5 turnovers this quarter alone for New York. A lot of time left here in this half. Knicks trying not to see their lead disintegrate too fast. Russell Westbrook, nice move there. Gets right out of the reach of the outstretched hand of Mikal Bridges. Gets the fadeaway jumper to fall. Brunson trying to utilize the screen. Double team on the way. He finds Deuce. Deuce with the fake. Deuce gets the mid-range again for a pull. That's no good. Oh, long rebound for OG. OG almost turns it over. Finds Brunson. Brunson on a nice take. Brunson extra pass. But he mistook where Robinson was at. Here comes the break. Ellis in the corner. Good fast break defense here for the New York Knicks. Transition defense, excuse me. As the Knicks recover and now guarding in the half court. Russell Westbrook up top, picked up by Brunson. Westbrook, spin move. He goes all the way, passes it out to Ellis. Ellis for 3. No good. Rebounded by nobody. Goes out of bounds. Knicks ball. Would Scott Perry welcome Mitch Rob back? You're trying to trade Mitchell Robinson above the rim. You're making a lot of claims today, brother. 45-40. Holy turnovers tonight. Yeah, man. 5 of them alone in this quarter. I think we have 9 as a team. Yeah, 9 turnovers as a team. Brunson pulls up for the mid-ranger. That one goes down. Good shot from Jalen Brunson. Carl Anthony Burrows. Trailer Parks. Blocks. Rebound there off the long rebound. Brunson going all the way. Tries to go right after Sabonis, finding McBride. McBride gets it back. McBride over to Brunson. Brunson picked up by Sabonis. He's going to like this one-on-one matchup. He tries to take him to the paint. He will. Spin move, pulls, draws the contact, and Brunson gets the free throw opportunity. Mikal Bridges corralling the troops. A little bit of communications going on. I want to see this move again. OG, yeah, there was something that was missed. OG's contact came out. I'm like, what are we looking at here? Got it. So OG told Brunson go the other way as OG had to reapply his contact that came out. Did that quickly with the medical staff on the sideline. Deuce and Robinson to the bench as the remaining starters come back in. Oh, yeah. Westbrook got OG in the eye. And that's where we lose. OG is good and ready to go. The deadline for for extensions typically is after All-Star break. It's the week after All-Star break. I don't know the exact date. I'm sure somebody in the chat will get that to you. But, yeah, it's typically after All-Star break. All of you in the chat recommending to trade Mitch needs to stop taking drugs. He is our eldest statesman. Stop disrespecting big country. 23, block this monster. I agree, man. Once it steps into the three, that one no good. Rebounded by Caldwell. And here go the Kings the other way. Knicks holding on to an 8-point lead. Mitch for Drummond. What's the problem? Get Fro out of here. Brunson left alone with Caldwell. Caldwell with the easiest score of the night there. Nice screen there from Carl. Back out to Brunson was Hart. Brunson picked up by Ellis. Brunson loses the handle to Ellis. And Ellis, it took a few years, but finally got that steal off of Brunson. Magic said hashtag ban Fro. Right. Right. 48-42. 3:17 left in the half. Knicks up by 6. It's been an up and down half. After a strong first quarter, it's been ugly here in this second. 12 points to 16 in the quarter. 2 seconds remain. Fadeaway jumper from, what's his name? DeRozan, no good. Bridges locking down on him after a first quarter for him. Lob pass to Hart. Hart was not ready for it. Hart trying to restart. Carl, full of his steam, loses the handle, but he was fouled. Free throws on the way for Carl. Cardwell gets the foul. They're going to re-sign him, I'm sure of it. Who are you talking about? Mitch? Yeah, most likely. Fro said Magic a hater. I love how Magic and Fro are conversating from different chats. Y'all are hilarious. Randy saying CK block these people with these Mitchie trades. Oh, boy. Boy. Will we see more of OG at the 5, CK? I don't know. That was an experiment, wasn't it? We played little. OG running the 5. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure if the matchup calls for it, I don't think Brown will be scared to run it again. I don't think today's that game, though. Stop the turnovers. Amen. Mitch needs a max F the apron. Self-made rush. All in on Mitchell Robinson. Knicks have been sloppy with the ball. That is an understatement, Michael. Hit that like button. Appreciate you, Chef Curtis. Yes, if you haven't already, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I'm so close to getting 30K. I know. I can hear them in the back. Yo, CK, you don't be uploading no videos anymore. You're right. I'm getting back to it. Had a lot of other projects going on. I'm getting myself back to my videos, especially with all this trade deadline nonsense going on. We got to get to the lab and give my 2 cents on all that. But, yeah, we're almost at 30,000. I appreciate you guys for the love. Don't forget SeatGeek, by the way. Promo code CK2K. Get $20 off of your next purchase. Yeah, man. Magic said, if that's the case, I want Maxey for Pacome and some second rounders. I think that's a fair deal. I think you might be on to something there, Magic. Give them, because, you know, since Nick Nurse is so known for developing, right? So give them Pacome Daddy and turn him into a demon. You've done your job with Maxey. Time to let him fly somewhere else. I think I see what Magic's putting down. I'm with it. Magic's got a point. Magic's got a point. Mitch should stay in New York, though. He's a perfect fit for the Knicks. If only he would start shooting those corner threes. He records them. Okay, it's not happening, bro. Give it up. Not shooting those three balls, man. We did see him dunk it off the dribble against Philadelphia. That was my highlight of the night. Boy, put that ball on the ground, 2 dribbles, and got to the hoop. Love to see that. Above the Rim says CP was talking about Triple J like he is a bum. Didn't Triple J win Defensive Player of the Year? Yeah, he did. I think the problem with Triple J is the inconsistency, the fouling problems. He's very similar to Carl in that problem, as he draws a lot of fouls, a lot of foolish fouls, injury prone. I would take Triple J, but I understand why there's some skittish takes around a Triple J type of deal. I must be Stevie Ray Wonder, Charles. Because I don't see where Magic is coming from. Stevie Ray Wonder, Charles is crazy. Triple J is worse than Carl, but with mid shooting. I just think it's because he does play defense. I think that's why I would shrug my shoulders and say, yeah, send the deal. But yeah, good defense there from Hart. Gets the steal off of Westbrook. And I think he just traveled. He sure did. Josh Hart cannot help himself. He needs to jump. Hart just loves jumping in the air for no reason. Why are we jumping? You can't just fake the pass while you're leveled on the floor. I thought we got over this. I thought that, yeah, what we doing jumping? Why are we jumping? He said Hart might be an idiot, not gonna lie. Damn. Russell Westbrook gets Bridges to fall for the fake, but Westbrook misses the 3. Long rebound to Ellis. Ellis to Sabonis. Sabonis right after OG. Good defense there by, well, it was good defense, but Sabonis just strong at the rack and gets it to fall. Hart is 6'4". That's why he couldn't see. Oh, man. Carl with the fake. Doesn't even jump on that shot. Missing again. And a nightmarish night here for Carl, as he is now 2 for 7 from the field. 50-44. 1 minute 50 left. This has been a nightmare of a quarter for the New York Knicks. Only putting up 12 points here. DeMar DeRozan shoots the 3. That's no good. A lot of missing. This has been very comical basketball to witness in the second quarter. I love Josh Hart, but he might be the first basketball player with CTE. Oh, boy. I remember the days when we were hyped to see LeVar Postal get minutes. We've come a long way, family. Shout out to Flex. Flex in here, dropping his old school knowledge here. Power saving mode. Oh, you didn't charge? Oops. So the lead is going to, lead is slowly fading away. This game is so disgusting. First quarter was great. Look, even Pops had to bring the ear pods in. You know, he's such a regular at these games that, you know, he don't care about the Madison Square Garden ambiance no more. He knows all the rumors surrounding his son, so he's trying to block out the noise. And, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. Call me crazy. I'm not saying he's listening to this, but I wouldn't be surprised if Pops is like listening to a broadcast while watching the game to get an ear on the streets around his son. Missed floater there from Jalen Brunson. If that's the case, Carl Anthony Sr. was good. Or Carl Town Sr., excuse me, was good. 50-46, 4-point game. Brunson picking up DeMar, spin move, float game, no good, but a foul is still called. Brunson holding his arms up, believes that there should have been no foul. Referee's not listening, and DeMar gets himself back to the free throw line. Golly, are those braids tight? My God. How do you play basketball like that, man? My head would be hurting, man. Carl Sr. listening to you right now, CK. Right, bro. He's trying to listen to the streets and what they saying, man, in real time. My friend hates Mitch, CK, and just calls Mitch the Black Chris Dudley. Wow. I've lost my faith in humanity. Why does everyone underestimate what Mitch does? First of all, Cyber Chaos, your friend is mad disrespectful. Not even close to Chris Dudley. Sheesh. But yeah, it's just, comes with the territory, man. Big Mitch, we here for it. DeMar just leans into people and gets a call. Yep, been doing that for years, RGT, for years. Bridges, who had a nice first quarter, has not scored in this second. Right when I say that, throws up a brick on the left side of the basket. Bridges, a great start, and now non-existent, and steps into the three ball was DeMar DeRozan, and just like that, a lead for the Sacramento Kings, an ugly quarter, 14 points for the New York Knicks. The shot that was falling in that first quarter has fallen off of a cliff. Turnovers has been our undoing, as well as the missed gimmies for the New York Knicks here today. 1 point deficit now against Sacramento. Carl looking around. Carl trying to go right after DeMar's spin move. What a move, and Carl finally moves a body out the way for a tough take at the rim. Got to give him props on that. I almost called him by his full name. That's how good the play was. DeMar spins, three-point shot, no good, and the Knicks escape the half with a 1 point lead after watching their 10-point lead disintegrate all the way down to one, so much so that they lost the lead and barely got it right back. The Knicks, what a turn of events. 36 points in the first quarter, 16 in the second.
Tragic.
Yeah, not a great second quarter for the New York Knicks. Brunson only putting up 3 points in that second quarter. Bridges started off the game 4 for 6, only shot one more time in the second quarter. He has 9 points today. Look, this is my thing with Mikal, man. I love Mikal. I know he has the ability to score, but it's like he starts off hot, he shoots the ball, and then just decides to stop. Need him to keep it going. A night like tonight could be the night where you can be that second option. Prove that you got that. Keep shooting the ball, man. 4 for 7 from the field, only one shot in that second quarter. Carl, 3 for 7 from the field, 9 points on his behalf, 5 rebounds along with 3 assists, but he's part of the turnover problem. 2 turnovers for Carl, 3 for Hart, 2 for OG, and 2 for Jalen Brunson. Bridges and Shamet adding 1. That's why we have 11 turnovers on the game.
What the hell?
11.
Oh my God, no way.
Also, my stat that I always look for in these games, how is the bench doing? And right now, the bench, pretty non-existent. Mitch with 4 points, Deuce with 5, and Shamet only shooting 2 times, making one of the 2 with 2. So right now we have a combined 11 points off of the bench. Going to need that to be north of 20 to 22 points to at least be in these games or have a safe lead consistently. But if the Knicks are struggling with bench points, I don't care what the starters do. We tend to be struggling throughout the game when the bench does not provide. So we'll see how the bench turns things around. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We're sitting at 300, a little over 300 here in this game. A day full of trade rumors and wants and thoughts and all kinds of everything you could think of. The Knicks fandom wants everybody in a Knicks jersey by the end of the beginning of next week, right? Is the deadline? The deadline is Saturday? When is the deadline? The deadline is Tuesday. Am I tripping? When is the deadline, chat? I got my dates all mixed up. Eddie Marr says, CK, we should be up more. That is an understatement. We only put up 16 points in the quarter. That does not help. He said it trailer. Yeah, next Thursday. Next Thursday. I said Tuesday. I meant Thursday. Yes. Deadline is next Thursday at noon. Yeah, man. So it's going to be a long week and a half. Slow Runner said Bridges and Cat look bad. Hart making dumb plays. That is a terrible take because I feel like Bridges and Carl look okay in this one. I don't have really much of a problem with them. Second quarter, though, the team as a whole just forgot how to score. Yeah, can't really give too much blame to Carl right now. But I do agree with Eddie. Should be up by more. February 5th, 12 p.m. West, 3 p.m. East. Thank you for the specifics. Bridges gives himself a cap on his shot attempts. Even in Brooklyn, when he was a number one dude, refused to be ultra selfish. I want to see Miles go big in the fourth and give us some buckets. Very good observations there, Flex. Yeah, outside of his debut game, Bridges got to Brooklyn and put all that 3-and-D stuff out the window. Went up for, 45, 41 points in his debut with the Brooklyn. But, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Magic said, need Shaman to get 2 threes for me. Why, Magic? Why? You just a big fan of Landry Shaman? You just want to see him score today? Why you say that, brother? DeMar got those braids buried into his scalp. Right, brother. Right. Looks so painful. Some way we have this lead away. What? Oh, since we have this lead, how's your family, CK? And how you been managing the snow days since we gave away as we got you? Well, remember, I am not in New York, so shout out to everybody who is dealing with all that snow. Luckily, out here in California, no snow. We really don't even have cold weather, so, you know, I've been hearing all the stories and everything from my family out there dealing with it, giving me a hard time. But I hope you guys are getting through it. Looks crazy. Winter Wonderland right now. It was this moment
CK,
I
you're too
realized there
handsome
was
to
a
have
lady
such a
ref.
smooth
She been
voice.
quiet tonight, Frankie. Struggling against the Kings team with no Levine, and y'all still believe in the Knicks as a contender. Yes. CK, you're too handsome to have such a smooth voice. What? Jacob Ball. Appreciate the super. I don't know why Nikita didn't even read that. Nikita don't like to give me compliments, but Jake, appreciate the super. Sham Wow Hive, of course. Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured that's all it was, Magic. I'm sure it has nothing to do with anything else. Yeah, I think he just got to shoot more than 2 times, Magic. He ain't even shoot a 3 yet. Father P said, I'm still shoveling. Damn, yeah, I've been here. I'm hearing the stories. Auntie had to get her neighbor to help her out because it's that crazy out there. Bridges just needs to be aggressive. Mike Brown going to let him score. He believes in empowering his players. Yeah. Like I said, I like what Bridges gave us in the playoffs, so I'm just going to hold hope that is going to be a similar situation because we saw him aggressively look for his shot in the playoffs in those first 2 rounds. So I'm going to hold hope that that's what goes on there as well. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I ain't worried about it. She read it? Oh, damn, I didn't hear it. My bad. My fault. Well, shout out to you, Jacob Ball. My fault. Talking over your super. Trying to catch up to all the chat. I feel like I messed it. My fault, y'all. Any more CK, be honest, bro. Do you think Brunson ball hogs? Nope. I think he's a superstar playing like a superstar. Watched a lot of basketball. Superstars hold on to the ball a lot. And there's a reason why. Because if he doesn't hold on to the ball, you see that the Knicks have a hard time scoring. Wisdom said, man, I just wish Hart was coming off the bench and Shamit or Deuce started. I still don't like this starting 5. Yes, we have been comfortable with the Tibbs 5. This is Tibbs' favorite 5. And Mike Brown continuing the tradition. CK, it's time to trade for Zach LaVine. No, thank you. No, thank you. You didn't say hi to me. Vanessa! Hi. Again, like I said, I'm trying to catch up. Okay, we started a little late, so I'm here trying to catch up and make sure I show all the love to the chat, man. Surprised we haven't seen any more trades so far. I mean, a good point was brought my way. It's because a lot of these teams are trying to see what's going on with the Giannis situation. A lot of teams holding on to their assets to see if they have chance at possibly getting Giannis in a trade the minute that the Bucks realize that maybe they should move him. So I feel like Giannis is the moving piece to a lot of these moves. The minute Giannis is officially off the market, we might see the cork the cork snapped off, for lack of a better phrase, and we'll see some of these smaller moves happening around the league. But yeah, I feel like the Giannis factor is what's holding up the trade deadline so far. But yeah, it's been interesting. Just what's his name? Trae Young. That's it. LOL, good CK. My bad. Zach don't do anything for this Knicks team. Zach don't do anything for any team. Zach LaVine needs to get into his Lou Williams era. Peace and love. Play a solid 25, 26 off the bench and just focus on scoring. I need Zach LaVine to have that long conversation with himself in the mirror. That is who he is right now. Look at my Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Emmanuel Quickly. Look at it quickly, bro. Those Toronto fans out there getting mad disrespectfully said bet. Look at that, man. 25 a game, damn near 7 rebounds a game, 61% from the field. Look at my boy, bro. Look at IQ. But yeah, I need Zach LaVine to look at himself in the mirror and realize, you know what? It's that point in my career where it's time to be a 6-man. I'm glad Zach ain't a Knick. Amen. Amen. Get called off this basketball team for the love of God. Wise guy has spoken. I hear Raptors are trying to get Sabonis for Jacob. Ooh, I like Sabonis. Nah. Yeah, I like Sabonis over there. They got to move a RJ though, because that's too much wings, and then Sabonis is forced to play the 5. Yeah, they gotta move somebody like RJ. That'd be a nice pickup for Sacramento if they can get RJ. But yeah, because if you get Sabonis there for Pirtle, Sabonis plays the 5 for you? Yuck. I don't know how I feel about Sabonis at the 5. Nah, Zach gets another starting bag in free agency. Yep, and I feel bad for the team that's foolish enough to do that. Cut to the Knicks. Look, that's just my 2 cents. That's just my 2 cents. I feel like Zach LaVine needs to just embrace his new life as a 6-man player that gets about 28, some nights 30 minutes off the bench. And I guarantee you, watch the resurgence of Zach LaVine. Because he be starting and it don't equal winning. It just doesn't. Peace and love. Remember when the Knicks were trying to pair Zion with RJ? Yeah, who would have thought that Zion was the problem in that pairing? Who would have thought? Jacob! Once again, appreciate the super. Yeah, Allen Iverson is my favorite player of all time. My boy at work saying that Brunson is better. Oh, I didn't get that. Jacob, I'm going to listen this time. I'm going to listen. Nikita.
Is there another player to trade for that we're not talking about? Everyone's so focused on the Greek Freak. A well above average player or star?
Nah, I don't think there's any other, like, star level player. You mean like that would be in a Carl type trade? Nah, not that's available. Nah. But who knows, man? With this apron stuff, man, after that Luka trade, anything is possible. Something from left field could happen. You know, we do have the rumor out there that the Knicks are making Carl available to the right deal. So anything's possible. But as far as like rumor-wise in the conversation, nah, there ain't nobody right now. Not at an all-star level that's available like that. They've already cut up Carl getting bodies by Russ whilst trying to back him down. Get up, Zion to Sacktown, RJ to Sacktown. Yeah, you got to get them on a team together somewhere. I think it would work. Zion needs that. It's also funny how Scott Perry wants RJ. Yeah, I bet he would. It's funny though how like when RJ left, all of a sudden he's injury prone. RJ has never been injury prone his entire career, just in basketball in general. But now he goes to Toronto. I don't know what happened. He too close to home. He just can't stay on the court. Interesting, man. Serious question: would Chat trade Hart for Kuminga, bruh? Give me Kuminga. That is the. I cannot wait for the Jonathan Kuminga 30 for 30, bro. I don't know what's going on, man. No lateral moves. Brightest Future says. I agree. Trade with a purpose. Finals or bust. Amen. Amen. Don't just trade to trade. I completely agree with you. Wisdom said freak or nothing. Jaren Jackson Jr. Yeah, Ashwin, that's a good point. Shout out to you, Ashwin. What's up, man? That's a good one too. I just don't know how available he really is. I feel like that's just more people putting that rumor out there. I don't know if he's actually available like that. I think Ja Morant is more available than a Triple J right now from Memphis. So CK Iverson is better than Curry. I don't care. AI is the GOAT. I feel you, bro. He said RJ ran out of PTO. They need to put Zion in a place where no baddies want to go, like Utah. Baddies want to be in New Orleans? How does it? Yeah, Utah's a good one too, but there's snow bunnies, you know? Zion into that stuff. So I don't even know if Utah is as safe as you think it is. I would say New Orleans would be that place. Zion would be, Zion would be lost in the snow out there in Utah, man. Lack of a better phrase. I don't know if Utah is as safe as you think it is. Where else would that be? We ain't got no Pittsburghs in the NBA or nothing like that. Peace and love if you're from Pittsburgh. Maybe like a Charlotte. I'm sure there's some pleasant women in Charlotte, but not of Zion's liking. Maybe I don't know, bro. I don't know. I thought New Orleans would be that spot, Fro. Daquan said, "I'm not making any trades that don't fit and make sense. Stop being unrealistic." Right. I trade hard for Kuminga also. Bro, I'll trade for Kuminga. I would trade for Kuminga. I don't understand what's going on there, man. Anyways, back at it. 51-52 Knicks narrowly holding on to a 1-point lead. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Fun conversations at the half as per usual. Question of the chat is, which city has the least amount of baddies to keep Zion focused on hoops? Maybe Portland? Let it be known in the chat. Shout out to the Flying Grayson. What up? Every time I see your name, I think of Robin. Was that 3-ball? 3-ball down for OG Anunoby. Welcome back to the game, OG. San Antonio, what up, Knots? Hope you're good, brother. San Antonio right out of the gates. San Antonio thrown out there. There you go. Nah, Utah. I don't think Utah's the choice y'all think it is. Utah sounds like a haven for Zion Williamson, man. Yeah, Portland. I think Portland's a good choice. Just rain and coffee. 3-ball for Russell Westbrook. Again, way short, but Sabonis pump fake gets the bounce. And the Kings back with a 2-point deficit. Baddies in the form of gumbo and irresistible food. Zion catches a Kobe in Utah. Baddies ain't Zion's issue. You seen his roster, that man would. True. So you saying even Portland not safe. 55-53. 10 minutes remain. Karl Anthony Towns draws contact. Down goes Westbrook, but Karl gets himself to the line. Westbrook holding on to his face. A lot of contact there, but Karl gets himself to the line. Yo, Blackness, I'm not reading that. The Philly disrespect is crazy, chat. Everyone going Philly. Omar said, ripping my hair out every time the Kings made a bad play turnover just for the Knicks to then follow that with a stupid turnover of their own. Yeah, Knicks like that anything you could do, I could do better. What up, your boy Don Julio? Hope you're good over on Twitch. Why do y'all think folks put Harden in shooting guard combos still when he been a point guard so long and low-key a top-tier passer? It's a great question. He's technically a point guard right now, though, in Los Angeles. That's a great question. I mean, as long as I've watched James Harden, even when he was in Houston, he was technically the 2. He had the ball. By the way, Sacramento is challenging this foul call. You see Carl led with his elbow, so there's a very big possibility that they're going to overturn the previous call, and this might be a successful challenge, and Carl might pick up the foul. But right now, in this phase of his career, yeah, I'd consider him a point guard. But in Houston, he was a 2. He was playing next to some point guards back then. So I don't know. That's good. That's a good question, Knots. Anything got me dead. Right. Magic came out the gates with that, bro. He can't afford the ring, right? Wait, why aren't we showing the actual game? We don't do that here. I like to keep my channels, sir. I show the game, and I'm going to lose my Twitch channel in seconds. San Antonio is the military of the NBA. Comatose. Tell him Comatose. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Would baddies be worth putting on a Nets jersey, Jacob Ball says. Nah, I don't think New York is safe. I know the Nets might be boo-boo, but it's still in New York, so I don't think that's safe for Zion, bro. Rings aside, would he be considered a top 5 point guard all time or at least above CP? Oof, man, saying above, man, that is a great conversation because Chris Paul did have a legendary career, but it did have a aggressive halt. While James Harden, even though it's not at the same level, still continue to put up some historic numbers, even though it's not really equaling wins. That's a good debate, man. That's a good debate. James Harden or Chris Paul, who had the better career? That's a good debate, man. Trying to see right now what the answer is. The referees still have not made a decision. Notch, you got me thinking on that one. Why, are you a James Harden fan? Because that's something I didn't even thought I would have to think about. You a James Harden fan, Notch? I didn't even think about that. Yeah, this is a tough one. I think they might overturn it, chat. We'll see what they do. He does lead with the... Okay. Nice. Love that. Wasted challenge. Said that it was all in basketball motion, so luckily the referees don't fall for the bait, and the Knicks still go to the free throw line. Unsuccessful challenge. Kings are out of challenges. Love that call from referees. I was just sure because it's Karl-Anthony Towns they were going to take the bait and give him the offensive foul, but they didn't. So Karl gets away with that one, rightfully so, and the Knicks to the line for 2. No more challenges for Sacramento, and I think that's what Chuck was getting at. He said Westbrook putting his face into a 7-foot shoulder is stupidity. Cat should impose his weight on those suckers. Well, Chuck, we've been saying that for a long time. Problem is he doesn't. He doesn't do it consistently enough. CK Philly baddies are the YNs, yeah. He's an LMAOC, yeah, but just as much of a fan as any other player. Kobe guy, got you. It's just you have that question. I don't think that's an unfair debate, man. I'd have to sit down and go into stats and stuff like that outside of like championships. But I mean, both of them don't have championships. Harden never won either. So ain't really no championships. Top 5 point guards of all time. That one would take some thinking. But great question, on Knots. 57-53 right now, though. They have similar careers. Both losers. Damn. That's what I'm saying, though. But with the triple doubles and the scoring titles and DeMar DeRozan pulls up and makes a mid-range bucket. Yeah, it's so weird to say because Chris Paul to me is like the ideal point guard, but at the same time, statistically, Harden might have had the better career. That's why I need more time to like sit down and think stats on that one. But yeah, if I'm going off the dome, I might take Harden in that conversation. Missed 3 ball there from Jalen Brunson, the best point guard of all of them, though. DeMar DeRozan up top, picked up by OG Anunoby, 55-57. DeMar jumped past to Westbrook. Westbrook flings it over. 3 ball is up and no good. I think that's Clifford who shot and missed that. Drawing contact is Sabonis, and I think the foul is going to be on Karl Anthony Towns. So free throws on the way for Sabonis. Again, he was missing in the last game when we played them, but the Kings still managed to pull one out because we saw Achua go nuts against the New York Knicks. But right now, Sabonis, a very pedestrian-like game. I'm sure he's missing his best bud in Julius Randle. Those two used to always go at it when we played against the Kings. Right now, it's just Sabonis. Facts, Knots. Why CP not leading the Clippers right now if he's uninjured or better? Facts. Great conversation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I'm going off the top of the head, I'm with you. I'm taking Harden, right? It's just the fact that CP3 just, when you think of CP3, you remember like, oh my gosh, he airballs a free
Nice
throw.
shot.
Yeah, that's good question, man. Oh, shout out to my boy Knots over there starting up debates over on the Twitch side. It's a good question. But right now, the Knicks narrowly holding on to a 1-point lead, by the way. 57-56. Sabonis just gave us a gift by airballing the second of 2 free throws. So the Knicks still with a 1-point lead. Brunson almost telegraphing that pass, but able to get it to Bridges. Bridges back to Brunson. Again, eyes on Bridges, who started off hot but has not made a bucket since the first quarter. One of the main issues a lot of Knicks fans having with Mikal. Good fake there. OG open for 3, side steps, pulls up a 3 at a time, but no, he does not get it up in time. Gets the shot to fall, but it will not count. And the Knicks just give away a possession. Oh, Lord. CP3 is goated, but Prime Harden was doing 2K things, right? Yeah, see? You sit down and think about it, yeah. CK Harden games vanishes after April 24th. Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest. CP3 didn't really have a successful playoff career either, Chuck. That's the conversation there, Chuck. So they're very parallel. But I mean, statistically, I got to give Harden the over when it comes to those two. Crazy debate. Hart, by the way, draws contact. Looks like he tweaked his ankle a little bit, but trying to walk it off. By the way, I love those Kobe 6s, the camos. Very good kicks from Josh Hart. Underrated footwear from Josh Hart. I see you. Hart, though, trying to walk it off. Not the time to talk about Josh Hart's footwear when he just tweaked his ankle. I know it's good ball noise here. I had to ask the question. No, yeah, I would have to give it to Harden, man. Ironically, I think CP is the reason Harden doesn't have a ring, but only because injury. Right. With those Rockets. Right, very good point. That roster was tough, yep. Yep, same ankle, yep. We refused the gift. Facts. Immediately gifted the lead. But no, I would say we refused the gift. We turned it into 2 free throws. Hart moving a little gingerly on the ankle, though. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the same ankle he tweaked, so that's not what we want to see. It was the heavily braced up ankle, so hopefully it doesn't really equal anything. Trying to cut through screens to get to DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan short on the shot. Hart, though, full head of steam ahead of the pack. Can't corral the pass. Gets to the Bridges. Bridges immediately picked up by DeMar. He feeds it to Karl. Karl, he has a room. He goes up right after Achua. Can't make the move. And the Kings going the other way. Russell Westbrook on the drive. Bridges with some good defense, but Russell Westbrook, a tough shot and make for the future Hall of Famer. 8:40 remains in this game, or in this quarter, excuse me. CK, you know what I really think? The problem is JB can't really play with a co-star big. It's not a cat problem. Think so? Maybe. DeMar DeRozan back out to Achua. Achua fires the 3 ball, given space. It's way short. Knicks moving in the break. OG, all right, 2 dribbles, sidestep, floater. But he's going to get the charge. OG did everything right. Achua absorbs the contact, draws the charge, and OG with the foul. Now, you guys know my mantra with OG. I don't want to see him take more than 2 dribbles. He does just that, but unfortunately, sidesteps into nope. Precious did that right. I ain't gonna lie. I think the Knicks are gonna challenge it. I don't like that challenge. I think Precious read that perfectly. But again, I was wrong with the last challenge, so hopefully I'm wrong again. I don't like that challenge, though. There's a little bit of movement. So hopefully it's enough. I don't know. I think that's an unsuccessful challenge. I think the Knicks lost their challenge too. There's a little bit of movement. So hopefully it's enough to make this challenge successful and OG gets himself some free throws. We'll see, but I don't know. I like the positioning of Precious on that one. We'll see what the referees decide to go with, man. Above the rim disagrees. He thinks there's no position. I don't know, bruh. He doesn't slide at all. I think he does have position. I don't know. I disagree. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I am wrong. I think this might be unsuccessful. We'll see. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Good thing CK is not an NBA ref. Calculator does not want me to be right either. I hope I'm wrong. But it looks like he got in the spot there first. But there is some slight movement. We'll see. We'll see what they decide to go with. Santana said, glad you erased the question. Nah, I always let the poll stay up until the half. OG is trash, 1 game good, and 6 play later trash. No cat, just throwing ish at the rim, looking for a call. I hate when he does that base guy. CK, who you think Saturday, Shakur Stevenson or Sorry, guys. Sorry. I had to be unbiased. I had to be real. But the referees deemed the challenge unsuccessful, and they said exactly what I did. Precious got in his spot. Look at his feet. He gets himself positioned well. Yeah, it's the right call, unfortunately. So now both the Knicks and the Kings without the challenge. I did not like that challenge in the first place. It did not look like it warranted a challenge. I guess give the Knicks credit for using a challenge, but I didn't like that challenge to begin with. Unsuccessful. Still Kings ball, and now we are without a challenge. Sorry, chat. This is on you, not gonna lie. I'm just saying, it doesn't matter if it's a wide stance. It matters on if he's in position, if he's placed. He was. Both feet are stationary. Don't make me defend them. I'm just saying what the call is, y'all. Don't make me defend Precious. He ain't a Knick no more. I'm just being honest. I didn't like the challenge. And now DeMar DeRozan immediately after the unsuccessful challenge makes a mid-range jumper, and now it's a 1-point game again. OG charged. Yeah, I know he charged, man. Who is that player? BK Frank. I don't know what we're talking about exactly. Brunson needs a star that knows how to get their own shot and work with the ball. Okay, a lot of controversy and conversation going on outside. Good defense there from Brunson. Russell Westbrook, he can put the ball back down. Down goes Brunson. No call. Westbrook makes a shot over Brunson and hits him with the rockabye baby. He did it quick, though. And now Brunson looking to get his lick back. Towns not able to get a screen. He passes the ball away immediately to Bridges. Bridges finding Hart. Hart picked up by Clifford. 7 minutes remain. Carl with the ball at the top. Brunson gets around. He does a telegraph pass. Carl able to corral it. OG Anunoby picked up by Sabonis. He fires again. And another shot clock violation by the New York Knicks. Knicks just looking timid here. Look at this move by Westbrook. Good defense initially, but Brunson trying to get the charge. Westbrook gets the bucket to fall. Referees don't call anything, and we move on. A 1-point game for the Sacramento Kings. DeMar back into his spot. That one no good. Hart with the rebound. Hart looking up. He finds Bridges. Bridges full at his steam. Easy pass out to Brunson. Carl finding Bridges. Bridges with a point in the paint, and that is his first score since the first quarter. Back to a 1-point lead for New York. They're going to call an away ball foul on Jalen Brunson. Just throw some names out there, Shy. I would love Lonzo. I think we missed that Lonzo train. I think he's still, as you're seeing, he just not gelling well with Cleveland right now. Still trying to get his footing, unfortunately. But, yeah, you know, you already know where I would have stood on that years ago. If Kohler gets traded, can I officially be your favorite white boy? Well, it depends on who we trade him for. 63-62. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Knicks right now holding on to a 1-point lead against Sacramento. Not much change here between the last time we played Sacramento and today. The Sacramento Kings looking very comfortable playing against this Knicks team as DeMar DeRozan, with the easiest of moves, gets past Josh Hart and gets the easy 2, and now it's a 1-point lead for Sacramento. Brunson finding Hart. Hart blocked by Sabonis. Robinson blocked, but they're going to say it's a foul on the lower body by DeMar DeRozan. Cardwell does a good job there at getting the block, but DeMar couldn't keep his hands to himself. What a move there on Josh Hart. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what we are witnessing right now. Looking inspired a few nights ago against the Philadelphia 76ers. Yes, it was a close victory, but still a lot better of an output from the Knicks in that game for 3 of those quarters, as Mitchell Robinson gets the crowd to cheer, making the first of 2 free throws. DeMar DeRozan has 28 points already.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
KG says we're playing like a trade is coming, as Mitchell Robinson makes the first one but can't make the second one. Catjick Johnson. What up, Outlaw? I see you, brother. Where's CK? I'm right here, Flo. Nice steal there for the Knicks. Knicks now full head of steam. One man to beat. Brunson goes after him. Bumbles. Ball ends up in the hands of Hart. No foul called. Hart now looking around. Hart just out there just dribbling around. How many points? Hart has 7 points. Okay, because I was about to say, it looks like he's never looking at the rim here today. But I'm wrong. 64's on the board. 3-ball for Deuce. No good. Rebounded by Cardwell. Cardwell giving the Kings some good minutes here today. You know, he surprised me a little bit in the last outing, and today doing the same thing. Westbrook left wide open, but it's because of a moving screen by Sabonis. Foul called, and the Knicks get the ball right back. Chuck and KG doing their check-in on their predictions for this season's win total, but it's not looking. Oh my goodness, Shamet thought he got a body, but instead gets blocked, and here goes the Kings going the other way. Sabonis finding Westbrook. Wide open 3 for Russ. It's short. Rebounded by Shamet. Westbrook cuts him off. Shamet rolls right off him. They're in a full head, fast break, Brunson with the take. Brunson draws contact. No foul called. But Brunson able to get the shot. Emoting towards the referee with another missed call. Got to be careful when you're doing things like that. Referees a little bit sensitive, but that referee allowing it to go. Westbrook, a mid-range pull short. Again, everything Westbrook pulls way short. And here come the Knicks the other way. Josh Hart, with no one in front of him, decides to stop instead of going at the rim. This Deuce, though, he'll go to the rim. He gets the bounce. Deuce McBride not with the same type of fear. Timeout called by Sacramento. The Knicks now up by 4, but playing this one way too close for comfort. The Knicks with 16 points in the quarter, 13 for Sacramento. It's like we're playing to the Sacramento Kings yet again today. Knicks with some work to do. But the Knicks up 68-64. Shout out to everyone in the chat. We're at 350 in the building. Just an uninspired game, which is crazy to me with all the trade rumors and conversations outside going on. You would expect these Knicks to turn things around. And again, as much as I want to praise my guy Bridges, who started off aggressive, I haven't seen it since. He fell off a cliff after his great first quarter start. Second quarter doesn't score at all. Gets a few points here in this third. And Carl, the same thing. Carl, you know, got to play through these rumors, and he's not really doing too much. 11.6 rebounds, 4 assists, but 2 turnovers off of those 4 assists. Interesting game here. Jalen Brunson playing solid, 42% shooting from the field, 17 points, but he's also one of the culprits with the the turnovers, 2 turnovers on the night. So an interesting game here for New York. I say it all the time. I'm looking at the bench points. We got 5 for Mitchell Robinson, 7 for Deuce, and Landry Shamet with just 2. Not too many players getting time off the bench here today. And we got a combined 14 points off of the bench. Got to do more than that. The starting 5 needs some help off of the bench. Chuck D says this up-tempo style brings more turnovers. That's the thing. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. You just got to make the high IQ play in an up-tempo style. It's not that hard, but sometimes the Knicks just overanalyze and overthink and make some boneheaded decisions. But again, to me, I feel like that's just a confidence issue. You got to be confident in getting to your spots, getting to your shot. You got to be confident that when you make a drive or you make a cut that you're going to get the ball. If not, get to a spot. It's not that hard to play with up-tempo. It's just this is a team that's just not used to it yet still. You're seeing it. Hard to play knowing you're going to get fired, CK. Yes, traded and fired is the same thing from New York. Kind of. I mean, you're still making money elsewhere. I understand what you're saying, but I don't know if I would necessarily call it fire, Chuck. No good there from Jalen Brunson. Good tip in, though, from Mitchell Robinson. Here we go. Good second chance opportunity from Big Meech. 70-64. Finding it. 3 ball up by Shador. Schroeder. No good 6-point game. Landry Shamet stuck in the corner. Good transition defense here from Sacramento, but it ends up in the hands of Deuce. That 3 ball would have been very welcomed. No good for Deuce McBride. Look at, I almost said Shador again. Schroeder with the Euro. He gets the bucket to fall. And Dennis Schroeder cuts the lead back down to 4. Dennis Schroeder, not a fan of the comments I had to say about him in the first half. And now going off here right now, Keon Ellis out there guarding Brunson. Brunson finding Shamet. Shamet, who has been quiet in this one. Risky pass to Deuce McBride. I can see it. Miller is an aggressive Mikal Bridges. No good there. We're still talking about trades over on the Twitch side of things. A lot of will they, could they's, a lot of 2K-esque dream asks over on Twitch right now. I'm seeing Amen Thompson in the conversations. We are not getting Amen Thompson, chat. That is not happening. See LaMelo Ball talk, yeah. Yeah, no, those trades aren't happening, y'all. Peace and love. Drive the ball, right as Future says. Agreed. Getting traded from New York City is fired. I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but we've seen players get traded from New York City to go on and then win championships. So I don't know. I just have a hard time with that. I think Trump when I hear that. I'm just like, ugh, it gives me the ick. It gives me the ick. I get what you're saying. It just gives me the ick. It gives me the ick. I miss Woodson. Yeah, so do I. My favorite Knicks coach of all time. Peace and love. That's me. He was a big part of one of my favorite eras in Knicks basketball. Mike Woodson, my favorite coach. I know that there's a different favorite coach for every Knicks fan regarding your era, but Mike Woodson will forever be my favorite Knicks head coach until, there's that guy that brings us a championship, whoever it is. But, yeah, Mike Woodson, Woody will always be my favorite Knicks head coach. Turnover there from OG Anunoby. Kings going the opposite way. Clifford losing the handle, throws it out of bounds, and the Knicks get the ball right back. Ugly game as Ellis, and I can't see who it is. He's arguing with the referee trying to get involved. Ellis and somebody going back and forth. And this whoever the cameraman is going to get fired. I'm trying to see who's beefing. Here we go. Clifford goes all the way. Damn, takes a hit at Deuce McBride. Still don't know who was talking to who. I still don't know. So, chat, help me out there. I missed it. The cameraman zooming in on everybody. So, CK, are you going to be the celebrity entrance for the Royal Rumble? No. No, I'm going to stop you there. Absolutely not. Mikal Bridges out to Shamit. Shamit with the fake. Shamit finding OG. OG pump fakes. Goes right into Ellis. Nice shot in contact, but here we go. Referees waving it off, so it will not count. Again, a change to the rule. I do not understand. How is that not a continuation? So no basket. 2 free throws on the way for OG and Anunoby. I don't care, bro. It was Shamit. Okay, Shamit. Shamit was down there getting gritty with Keon Ellis, as possible future teammate. Sorry. I have to play into it, guys. Hey, Mike Woodson back as Knicks coach would be interesting. I just don't know. It's, to me, oh, Mike Miller, shout out to another former Knicks coach. Golly. Doug Christie over there stealing. To me, I feel like I don't know if Mike Woodson can keep up with today's game. I like that he is being more of a consultant, more of an assistant coach on a squad. I don't know. I don't want to tarnish that. I don't want to bring him here and then, you know, he just hasn't kept up with the times. And then I got this generation that don't understand my demon Mike Woodson. They're talking trash about him. I don't know. I don't want to see it. I want to keep it as it was, man. If we do bring him back here, being a part of the coaching staff. And what is OG Anunoby doing? This man has picked up 3 turnovers in the shortest span of time. 4 turnovers for OG Anunoby. 3 of them alone in the last few possessions. Oh, Gugua. Where we at? Fadeaway jumper for Clifford. And the Knicks are just playing an uninspired version of basketball right now. 16 points off of turnovers for both squads. But Sacramento, that is a blessing for them right now. OG again, another one. Throws it right to Clifford. He goes up and under. And what are we?
Oh my God, no way.
And the travel. Hey, man, OG, go ahead and sit down and think it over, big fella. Go ahead and get your tea and crumpets and sit down and think it over. I don't know what's going on. I take it back. OG has 7 turnovers. For whatever reason, my scoreboard was on mega delay. He has 7 turnovers.
Oh my God, no way.
OG just got the what the hell button 3 times in a row. Somebody give this man some tea to take off the buzz. What is going on? I am so sorry, chat. 7 turnovers for OG Anunoby. Good defense there from Landry Shamet. Knicks throw up a. What are we looking at? You gonna get another one?
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
What an ugly quarter of what an ugly 2 quarters of basketball. The Knicks, it took them 2 quarters to put up the same amount of points they put up in the first. 16 in the second, 20 in the third, a combined 36 points in 2 quarters after dropping 36 in what looked like a flawless first quarter. The New York Knicks going through the nastiest of lulls in the month of January, and it doesn't change today. 7 turnovers from OG Anunoby. I'm sorry, I got to do it again.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Oh, that would deserve the biggest of bomba clots. I got to throw that on the sound. I cannot believe it. Bomba clot. He said, can we switch Mike's Brown for Woodson as our trade? Like I said, for nostalgia reasons, I ain't trying to put Woody on this team, and then, you know, I got people talking down on my coach, bro. That pissed me off, man. Would love him on our staff, though. Bring him back. Bring him back. Ugly month of basketball, CK. Ugly year. Ain't been an ugly year. Nah. See, y'all, I ain't gonna let y'all rework history like that. This Knicks team was 23-8 at one time. We are the NBA Cup champ. I ain't gonna let y'all rewrite history because January has been ugly. I ain't gonna sit there and let people believe we've been playing bad all year. No, I ain't gonna let y'all do that. I ain't gonna let y'all do that. Just because y'all frustrated. I ain't gonna let y'all do that. This team was top 3 in offense and top 10 in defense for a few months. I ain't gonna let y'all try and rework history talking about it was a bad year. No. I ain't letting y'all do that. Hell nah. It has been a bad month. That's it. I ain't gonna let y'all try and rework history wisdom. Don't do that. Bad year. Ties. Appreciate it, $2 super. I'm gonna let Nikita say, yeah, go ahead.
CK, go ahead and put that poll back up. Underscore CK2K LOL.
If you know, you know. I'm not bringing the poll back up. I will say the majority of y'all did say nope. Nope won the poll. So I'm going to let you go. If you know, you know. In the end, that team is here for a check. Regular New York stupidity. Yeah, Twitch chat get into the doom and gloom side of YouTube now. It's getting doom and gloom on Twitch. Full-time Knicks 102, Kings 95. Okay, that is the prediction. You know, the way this game is going, as Shamet gets the turnover, it's nice to see the Knicks get a steal. Bridges dribbles right into the defender, moves it around. Carl for a long 3, and oh my goodness, we made a 3-ball. Feel like I haven't pressed that button in quite some time. I'm gonna let it marinate. I'm gonna let that button play. All right, well, so that's true, CK. Yeah, I ain't gonna let y'all tell me we had a bad year. It has just been January. It has just been January. We were 23-8. Top of the league, top 5 in offense, top 10 in defense. Nah. Carl, what is that? How you gonna take it? Carl trying to feel himself a little bit too much, missing that shot there. Schroeder going the other way. Schroeder pulls a mid-ranger. That one's no good. Rebounded by Carl. And the Knicks going the other way. Hart holding onto the ball. Got to push that up. Bridges with one man ahead of him, but goes back to Deuce. Instead, Deuce puts the ball on the ground, trying to put the move. Cardwell doing a great job bullying Carl right now, but Carl gets just enough to give Deuce some space. Carl wants the ball on the high post. He will. Will he get the better of his defender? Goes right after him, hooks him. The referee doesn't see it, throws up some nonsense.
Nice shot.
And here goes the Kings the other way. 5-on-4 as it normally is when Carl's on the ground. He's still on the ground. Finally recovers. Thank you for the Kings to not take advantage of the 5-on-4. Dennis Schroeder pulls the 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Clifford. And the boneheadedness continues. Pull up in the mid-range, and look at the great game continue for DeMar DeRozan. 74-75. Lewis said since Jan is all year. Okay, all right. You know what? Wisdom, you can have it. The Knicks have been boo-boo trash all of 2026. There you go. There we go. All right, we'll find the middle ground. I see what you're saying all year. I see what you're saying. Wisdom, my fault. Oh, my God. Above the rim said, who's grabbing the luggage? Destination JFK talking about Carl. The way CK just redacted his call comments. He did it to himself, too, bro. I didn't want to. Hands it off to Bridges. Bridges finding Deuce. Deuce dribbles into a triple team. Gets out of dodge. Carl pulls a 3. Doesn't even jump. Misses everything. Carl back to where he started. Miss after miss. 74-75. The Kings can now take a lead. DeMar spin move on Shamet, but Shamet responds really well. Tries to hit him with another move. Golly, he is an assassin in the mid-range. Thank God misses that shot. Rebounded by Mikal Bridges. Bridges looking for a screen. Bridges goes right after Schroeder, finding an open McBride. McBride can't get the bounce. Carl fighting for a rebound, but he's fouled fighting for it. Cardwell grabbing onto Carl, and Carl finally on the right side of things. See Assassin, I completely agree. He says this is where Bridges has to come alive. I completely agree, yes. Bridges has not even looked to shoot the ball one time here. This is the time where I need Bridges to get aggressive. Carl out there throwing up nonsense.
And I'm talking
Deuce
about
can't
like
find a bucket.
B2K
Shout out to a whole lot of nothing, which is what Bridges is giving us right now. Great timing for that sub. But yeah, we need Bridges to look to score here. Carl trying to take over, and it has just not been successful. Mitch trying to tip the ball back. He won't. Cardwell is down. And here we go. Schroeder goes right at Schroeder, stumbling and bumping. They're going to call a foul. Schroeder just goes down at his own fruition, and for whatever reason, they're calling a foul. What is this game, bro? I know y'all can't wait for who someone said in the chat. They said I cannot wait for February 1st at 12:01 a.m. You and me both, brother. I am ready for January to be in the dirt. Thank God we have what? We have 2 more games after this one in January. I'm ready to move on from January. I'm over it. January has brought us nothing but doom and gloom as Knicks fans. We got to turn the calendar to the next month because Lord have mercy. Mercy. I can't even speak. Schroeder cross court to a wide open DeRozan for 3. He misses it. Luckily not his MO. Ball moves up. Hart makes the pass. Bridges gets the alley-oop. And the Knicks get a 3-point lead. Nice connection there from Hart and Bridges. Turns it into a bucket. 8:50 remains in this fourth quarter. I'm so ready for this game to be over. At the end of this game, it's going to be 80-82 at this rate. Sabonis for 3. That one's strong. And I cannot believe the Knicks are playing to the same level of the Kings right now, holding on to a 3-point lead, finding the trailer and Deuce. Got away with the travel. Another 3-ball heave from Carl, and hey, he makes it this time, and he has the nerve to celebrate. He's trying to... What's that Jonah Hill meme? That's how I felt about Carl trying to get the crowd pumped up. I ain't gonna lie to you. I felt that I'm not gonna do it, but you know which Jonah Hill meme I'm talking about? That's the Jonah Hill meme I felt on that, him trying to get the crowd hyped up. I'm not gonna do it, but you know which one I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I watched this man chucking up nonsense this whole entire quarter. Finally finds a 3-ball, and he trying to tell me to get hyped. Y'all know it's Jonah Hill meme I'm talking about? Because that's what I felt right there, bro. Anyways, hey, as long as the Knicks come out of this one with a win is a win is a win. I'm not going to complain, but Lord have mercy, have we played awful in this one. 8 points in this quarter for the New York Knicks. We have 16 turnovers as a team. OG Anunoby with 7 of those 16 turnovers. I have no clue what you're talking about, CK. You know what? Good. Keep it that way. If you know which meme I'm talking about, that's the one I'm talking about when I saw that, bro. It might look like this one. But hey, we move on. If Cat doesn't play good, y'all complain. Now he's playing good, y'all complain. When is he playing good? I'm glad he made that 3. We needed that 3, but is he actually playing good? Is he? Just get me the win. Just get me the win, bro. Just get me the win. OG and Cat for Giannis for real. CK, did you see dude checking Carl on the floor? No, I didn't. Aguero said, we playing like poo. Oh, man. Twitch chat is alive today. Shout out to everybody over on Twitch. Make sure you hit that follow button, man. Got 400 in the building here on Self-Made Rush. I am not reading that. I'm not reading it. You are wrong for that, man. Let's just get this win, bro. This has been a game. Knicks got themselves their first, 2-day break. We had like a 2-day break between Saturday and today. Feels like it's been a while since we've had a nice 2-day gap in between games. And we didn't have to do too much travel because we were in Philly. And it might have been too much rest because right now the Knicks struggling for points. But with a 6-point lead, let's see if this Knicks can grow on that lead. Let's see if Carl got that bucket and can keep it going. I just found it funny that he tried to get the crowd hyped up and nobody was really getting too crazy. Sabonis misses the 3. Rebound. Oh, it's tipped back in by Josh Hart. It's going to be a 2-point game. Hart inbounds it to Deuce. Deuce now controlling the offense. I got a bet with the Knicks winning by 20. Burke, I got some bad news for you, brother. I mean, anything's possible. Bridges with Schroeder on his hip gets it out to Deuce. Deuce picked up by DeRozan. Screen set there. Good pickup for Sabonis. Sabonis trying to get the steal. Knicks get it right back. Finding Hart. Hart pulls the 3. He has to. Rebounded by Carl. Carl, good effort. Can he give me back-to-back threes? No, he won't. Tipped out. Bridges gets it. Bridges in a perfect spot. Mid-range pull. Bucket is down. Bridges been shooting the ball accurately today. Just not enough shot attempts for my liking from Mikal. For those out there saying, oh, but when Carl does something good, you get all upset, but you're mad when he doesn't do it. Look, Bridges is my guy, and I'm still not even really hyping him up, even though he just made a big shot. Just need more from Mikal and need more from Carl. 76-82. Knicks up by 6. Bridges goes baseline, throws it out to Hart in a very awkward spot. Hart able to corral it. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Hart picked up by Schroeder. He finds an open Bridges, but the pass was so stealable, and it ends up being stolen. And Achua, what a play. Why did Hart put so much air on that pass? It took about an eternity to get to Bridges. He just got to give him a regular pass, and we had an open 3. Terrible pass from Hart, and the Kings remain in this game. What are we doing, folks, in the words of the great Clyde Frazier? Sheesh. Not a good pass there from Hart. Josh Hart farting. Precious is a 6'8" dude we need, Chuck. Imagine, man. Imagine if we were able to, probably sign him for a home discount, but, I can't even say that. I can't even say that because hindsight's 2020. I was one of the people that was okay with the Yabusele move. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, yeah, we got Yabusele. He's gonna give us a little bit more than what Precious gave us. Man, if I ever lied in my life. Anyways. J Fart, KG. Yep. You better go ahead and get that one, Brown scared to put Hart on the bench late in the game. Facts. If Bridges don't slash, he is useless sometimes. See, that's a hard one for me to say anything about because he does slash a lot. He's just missed a majority of the time. The only person that really sees him on cuts is Carl. Sometimes Hart finds him, but he does cut a lot. If he doesn't cut, he's just sitting on the corner because no one else is moving. So I can't defend that one. Did Russell hit a 3? I don't think so. He shot a lot of them, and they were all short. Yo, OTC, it would be nice to have Precious back and bring Westbrook along so he can get a ring. That would be a dream. Mean a lot, those who love ball. He still deserves one. I'm talking about Russell Westbrook. We got to get ourselves in the position to even be believable of enough of a team to even get a ring. In January, this team ain't it. Talk to me back in November and, early December. Oh, yeah. I was right there with you. Top 3 in the NBA in offense. Like I said, top 10 in defense. We was efficient through the roof, moving the ball. We were playing in pace. Yeah, I was there. But when the Knicks got to find that version of us again before we can talk about championship. Right now, the Knicks just need to go back to being good. This has been an ugly month of January, to say the very least. But I hear what you're saying as far as the trying to bring Russell Westbrook along for the ride if we get to that point. Brunson looking for a screen. Bridges gets around. Screen set. Brunson is stuck. He finds OG. OG trying to get the monkey off his back, and he will with the corner three. OG had one of the ugliest stretches of basketball I have ever seen in that third quarter. Racked up 4 turnovers in a row. But he checks into the game, makes his first three, trying to make amends. Fadeaway jumper is good. No help there on the defense, and he has had a great game. DeMar DeRozan carving up the likes of everybody that's been put on him, from Bridges, Deuce, Josh Hart. DeRozan having himself a night. 80-85. Brunson finding McBride. McBride picked up by Precious, trying to get the step back. Precious staying with him, putting the move on him. Pull up mid-ranger for Deuce, and what a shot! Love when Deuce McBride is hitting from the mid-range, man. That is the part of his game that if he is consistent there is going to be lethal. I love that. Good pull there from Deuce. Good bucket. 87-80. Pump fake. Good defense there from Bridges. Bridges trying to get this steal, but got held up. Good read there. DeMar trying to draw contact. Bridges not allowing it. Forces up the air ball, and that's a solid defensive possession from Bridges. Great play there. He knew DeRozan trying to lean in and get the foul on the 3 ball. Bridges not giving him space. Forces up an air ball. Terrible possession for Sacramento. Brunson with the rock. Brunson looking around to Bridges. Bridges cross court to OG. OG won another one. Fakes it. Takes too many dribbles. Finding Bridges. Bridges for a long 2. No good. Rebounded by Achua. Sabonis looking around. He finds Westbrook. Westbrook pulls the 3, and that time Westbrook gets the 3 to fall. It's been a rough night for Westbrook from 3, but now that it matters, cuts the lead down to 4. 4:47 remains in this game. 4-point game. Jalen Brunson trying to make some offense happen. Screen is set. He keeps the ball to himself. Brunson thought about it. Pump fakes. Bridges tries again. This time it is a 3, and this time it's good. Bridges' problem last time was the fact that it wasn't a 3-pointer. This time it is, and he gets it to fall. Bridges gets the lead to 7, but look at the defense. But, Precious Achua loses the ball. They're going to say it's bounced off of Mitchell Robinson. Robinson not arguing it, so it is so. Bridges off of the screen. I want Bridges to get that shot back on a consistent basis because that was his bread and butter in Phoenix and Brooklyn. But here it has been so shaky off of that screen. He has not been consistent with that moving shot. But that's his bread and butter, that and the fadeaway in the mid-range. But in a Knicks jersey, just has not been consistent. 85-90, 4:04 remains. Knicks still facing just a 5-point lead. Sacramento responding to everything. It is DeMar DeRozan all day here. Bridges trying to get back at him. OG extra pass to Deuce. Deuce fakes it. He drives past his former teammate. He finds Brunson. Brunson pulls the 3 ball in the same spot. And Brunson hitting a 3 from the same spot as Bridges on the previous play. 8-point lead. Can the Knicks get a stop here? Schroeder goes right past McBride. Lead pass over to Sabonis. Sabonis trying to go after Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson stands his ground. Can't get the rebound, though. Air ball. What was that pass? And the Knicks get the rebound off of what? I guess that's a steal technically because whatever the hell that was from Westbrook. The Knicks able to get the loose ball. Knicks trying to slow it down and kill clock as they continue to grow this lead. I like this 5 we're seeing right now. Brunson steps into another big shot. And you can see the conversation being had online because right now the Knicks are having one of their best offensive and defensive stretches with a certain player sitting on the sideline. Not going to say any names, but we saw this happen in Philadelphia on Saturday. And it seems like with Brunson checked back in, him and Bridges finding themselves a bit of a groove with a little help there from OG Anunoby. And just with a little bit of defense, the Knicks now with a 10-point lead yet again. Again, not trying to cause shade or say anything. It's just an observation. It's an observation. Carl, formerly Cat. It's just an observation. There's the play. Against his future teammate, Keon Ellis. OG can't hit a midi. Bro, last year, Frank, remember? I would love to see 2024, 2025 OG Anunoby back because he was hitting those Kawhi Leonard-esque elbow fadeaway jumpers, those mid-range pulls off of the dribble. But that has been non-existent this year for OG Anunoby. Swamp games happen like this. At least we get Sac back. Yeah, it's crazy that we're even saying that, though, Chuck. He said, please, CK, don't do that, VS. It's just an observation. It's just an observation. Somebody else is going to say it anyways. I have to make the observation. I wouldn't be doing my job, my duties as commentator to just not point out the things that we're seeing. It's back-to-back games now. I'm going to leave you to decide on if that is a factor or not. But Mitchell Robinson giving us some good help here defensively, making things a little uncomfortable in the paint, forcing them to shoot up some shots that they don't want. We saw Russell Westbrook throwing a pass that he did not want because it's just not as easy to score in the paint. And with a little bit of effort from OG and Bridges outside defensively too, Knicks getting some stops. I'm just saying. This always happens, CK. When he on the bench, we play better defense. Exactly. That is a fact. It's not an opinion. Whether you like or dislike Carl, it's just a statement. The defense just goes up. That's it. Game Hunter, what up, man? Hope you're good, brother. You ready for Saturday? Saturday about to be fun, brother. Hopefully the Knicks can win these next few games on the way to Saturday so I can enjoy the Royal Rumble in peace and not have to be pissed off with the Knicks losing games we should win. And it starts with today. Weird how the team chemistry looks so good without. Okay, anyways, BK, you're right. I'm gonna leave it alone before people they gonna get after me again, man. The hater meter's about to go up. Good defense there from Bridges, but DeRozan corrals it. DeRozan out to Precious. Precious finding Westbrook. And look at Brunson staying in front of Westbrook. Gets a hand in the face. Westbrook no good. And suddenly the Kings not trying to get to the interior anymore, forcing up some shots in the mid-range. Knicks get another stop. Bridges now double team on the way. He's fouled by Westbrook. Good job holding on to the rock. Westbrook tried to make the gamble there, but instead picks up a foul in the process. 2:30 remains. And right now, Brunson and Bridges showing some chemistry here with some good play on back-to-back-to-back plays. Brunson now picked up by Schroeder. It's Schroeder time. Schroeder here trying to get a steal off of Brunson. Brunson keeping his handle, going right after Schroeder. Step back, pull in the mid-range, and it is time for the captain to take over. Mid-range pull, and the Knicks now starting to slowly pull away. Brunson goes down. No foul call, but a steal by Robinson. OG, one dribble and a fast break dunk. The Knicks are turning defense into offense. Bridges and OG showing love. We're seeing the Knicks close this one out the way that we would love to see on a consistent basis. Defense turning into offense. The Kings looking like the lowly version of themselves as they have been all year, stumbling and bumbling. Knicks getting the steal and pushing the break. OG with the defensive stop there. Give him the steal alongside all those turnovers as he pokes the ball loose, turning it into a fast break jam. And again, as I say, I love when OG only dribbles once or twice. That time, one dribble to get to the rim, and OG with the slam. Much better close to this game than we have seen in recent times, making this team look like we're supposed to down this stretch. 2 minutes remain in this one. The Knicks trying to put this away. Get this dude off the team. See, Frank, I'm just gonna let you know, even though I might not read them, I see them. I'm just trying to, because, some of them going to be in their feelings if I say, no. But I see you, Frank. D. Tyler said JB's midi greater than DeMar's midi. Yes, sir. It's a hard. I don't know if today's the day we make that kind of a take because DeMar is cooking us, but, you know, I'm with you. Let's go. JB over everybody. Let's get it. That's my MVP. 85-99. 2 minutes remain. The Kings trying to get one more push, but right now the defense has been suffocating for New York right on cue. That Deuce not able to corral it. Russell is fighting for his life. He has OG and Bridges surrounding him. It's going to be a jump ball, or will they call a foul? Russ believes that. Did they call a timeout? Oh my goodness, they might have just Chris Webbered. Did they call a timeout? Did they call a timeout? You saw Westbrook looking at Christie saying, we don't have a timeout. What just happened? Did they just Chris Webber it? They did call a timeout.
Tragic.
We have the Kings in a submission hole right now, and they are floundering down the stretch. I think Christie, the perpetrator, calling the late game timeout when they are out of timeouts. No timeouts left for Sacramento, so that's going to equal a technical free throw for the New York Knicks. Someone look up when's the last time this has happened. I know it's not too long ago, but I feel like we haven't seen this happen in quite some time. The vice grip. That's right, Daquan. We got him. Everyone knew Melo was going to get the rock. It was frustrating, unwatchable basketball for my eyes. Oh, you didn't like the Melo era? All right. I had blinders. I was young too, man. I had blinders. Carmelo Anthony, one of my favorite players of all time. They might cover that 20-point win homie was talking about earlier. That's facts, bro. That's right. Someone did come in here talking about they put a bet on a 20-point Knicks win. Still possible. Agreed with that, CK. I know. Look, Tween, and look, I understand. I understand. Hey, we'll take it. Above the rim. I see you, brother. Eddie Marr says CK is Cat being benched means he's getting traded. Nah. We'll see. Brunson's in the line for the free throw, by the way. Wow. What up, Big City? I see you, and I appreciate you, Brunson, for the technical free throw, and it's good. Wow. New York closing this one out strong. This is all Knicks fans wanted to see. We've seen a bunch of sludge in this game in between the first quarter. This has been one of those nasty sandwiches you would only order from Subway. Bunch of nasty in the middle. A great first quarter and turning out to be a really solid fourth as Brunson loses the handle, but it's tipped out of bounds. Still Knicks ball. But the Knicks trying to pull away. Above the rim, I've wanted him on the Knicks for ages, bro. I think that ship has sailed, unfortunately. I don't think that's happening. But anything is possible. Deuce McBride. Okay, that is a ticky-tack foul. Deuce McBride sets like the softest screen, little bit of a bump, and they called an offense. That is such a ticky-tack foul, bro. Terrible call. Foul on Deuce McBride, Kings ball. Russell Westbrook goes up with a strong take. He's not able to hit it, but Russell Westbrook goes down hard on his right foot. He's not able to put much pressure on it. He is stuck on the sideline. Missed shot from the Kings. Kings need a foul here, but Westbrook trying to walk it off. He landed awkwardly. And if Knicks are smart here, they should go right after Westbrook. Westbrook is in pain. And Coach Christie's not even trying to take him out. Knicks, look, man, I'm going after him. Westbrook trying to get around. Deuce fires a three ball. He is Westbrook's man, does not get it to fall. Mitch gets the offensive board. Knicks get another opportunity. And the Knicks are going to pull away and get this win. Might not be 20, but a much, much better ending that resulted in defense and another Jalen Brunson three ball. JB with the Brunson burner, putting this one away. DeMar DeRozan, who put on a clinic in this one to a losing effort. Russell Westbrook, yeah, he has no lift on that shot, rebounded by Sabonis.
If you think CK
A
is the
nothing
best on
burger of a
YT,
shot.
then
That
hit
20-point lead is not going to happen now, but the Knicks are going to get the win. Bridges corrals it. Deuce has it. Knicks have time. They're probably going to take this shot clock violation because it's all but over. The crowd in the Garden giving the Knicks some love as this game just looked like a bunch of nonsense. But I will say, I love what we saw in that final stretch in the fourth quarter. That was probably the closest sighting of what I am hoping this Knicks team is going to be against teams that are not the Sacramento Kings. We saw defense turn into offense. Mitchell Robinson's presence once again brought that fear where they weren't going to the paint. We saw Mikal and OG out there stripping the ball loose and making the players in DeMar and Russell Westbrook look uncomfortable. A lot of nice little flashes there in that moment. Again, it's the Sacramento Kings, but those are the kind of things that build confidence going forward. So let's see what it turns into. I'm not going to say the other thing. By the way, appreciate you. I'm sorry, I was talking and saying my last 2 cents. Jacob Ball, appreciate $2 super. He said, if you think CK is the best YouTuber, then hit the like. I appreciate you, but I might not get too many likes if they have to follow that criteria. But I appreciate you, Jacob Ball. Yeah, man. So look, positive to take away from that. And look, I love that we were able. Look, I'm gonna take a positive approach here. All right. So believe this if you want to, but I'm gonna take a positive approach here. The beauty of Karl Anthony Towns being benched towards the end of that game is we do have a back-to-back tomorrow against a surging Toronto Raptors team, and now Karl sitting at the end of that game will be rested and ready to go in that game tomorrow. But the New York Knicks get the W, 103-87, a 16-point lead, a 16-point win, 28 points dropped by Jalen Brunson off of a phenomenal 53% shooting from the field. Mikal Bridges, the second leading scorer with 18 after shooting abysmally in Philadelphia. Shoots from 62% from the field, 67 from three, getting back on track with the nice shooting that we saw at the beginning of the season. It was a team effort here today. Love the defense down the stretch. The New York Knicks get the W. That's all I got, folks. I appreciate all the supers in the building today, man. Shout out to you, Jacob Ball. You are, as always, the MVP. Appreciate you. Shout out to all my members. Chat out there like, all right, CK. All right, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Shout out to all my members, man. Daquan, as always, giving the energy. Appreciate you. Chuck D, it is always a blessing. I never take it for granted that you bless these chats with the knowledge and just your presence. It means a lot. Shout out to everybody who's rocking with us from Wisdom, Iron Wolf, Dead Prez, Teddy White, Father Peace in the building. We got a lot of people in here that came in here with some feelings. Marcus Miller, I see you. Chef Curtis West, I see you. Appreciate your love. We'll be back at it again tomorrow against the Toronto Raptors. Shout out to you guys over on Twitch, man. Above the Rim, Honcho, Frankie, man. Twitch was popping today. BK. We had everybody. C Civilian. Shout out to my boy Large Notch for showing up and bringing some thoughts, some thought-provoking questions. SZM in the building. D Money in the building. Shout out to Russell Whiskey for being a member for 4 months. Hey, hey, hey. Appreciate you. I'm out of here, man. I'll see you guys. Cyber Chaos, I see you guys, man. I missed a lot of people, but I appreciate you for being here, man. Let's get it. Back at it tomorrow. Let's get this win against the Toronto Raptors team that we need to beat. I'm out. And look, you guys get to have some music on the closeout. Look at us. Look at us, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Post-game live right now over on Knicks Fan TV. Don't forget to use promo code CK2K when you go to SeatGeek. I'm out of here. Peace. Rare Dish, appreciate you, brother.
If I don't make it, bet the fam will. Watch the city fall in love with us. Clyde Frazier with the hand skis. Double rings, baby, double up. Yeah, and all of this is a landslide. Welcome to the Terror Dome, hosted by a franchise. For the colors that we bleed in the field, the pressure is insanity, cause we don't do L's, nah. And it's everything they said it would be. The lights get even brighter than you'd ever believe. Yeah, it's game time. Is you built for this? These colors is forever infinite. Blowing orange everything.